Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. How are you all doing? I hope you are having a great week. So let me know in the comment section how you've been. I recently attended my very first nursing conference, the Tissue Viability Conference, and it was such a wonderful experience for me. I went with two of my amazing colleagues who are also Tissue Viability Link Nurses, and trust me, I brought you guys along to see what the day looked like, what I learned, and of course, all the free goodies nurses love to get. So let's get right into it. Get your popcorn, get your drink, and yeah, let's dive into it. So before going forward, let me quickly chip in what a tissue viability link nurse means. A tissue viability link nurse is a registered nurse who acts as a liaison and advocate for best practices in wound care and generally skin health within their ward or department, and their main role is to halt or bridge the gap between the specialty tissue viability team and the general nursing staff in order to promote high quality and evidence-based wound care. And clinically, another role is to ensure early identification and prevention of skin damage such as pressure or skin ulcer or moisture associated skin damage or diabetic foot ulcers, which are very common in clinical practices. So I happen to be one of the link nurses on my ward, and yeah, the reason why I went for the conference. So on arrival, we registered and we got settled, and then we decided to explore the exhibition area before the lectures began. And trust me, there were so many fascinating stands, from advanced wood dressing to pressure ulcer prevention tools and skincare innovations. It was really great walking around with my colleagues. And on the screen is the agenda of the day. We had about 3 sections of lectures, and we also had a breakout where we were divided into groups. So on registration, each person got a band. I got a yellow band and I was in a yellow group. So we all were divided into groups to have a breakout section. And also on each seat was that bag. That bag contained various designs, wound care designs, and sweet pens or biros, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, that was it. So while we were preparing to attend the first lecture, which was therapeutic cleansing, we decided, like we said, to walk around to the exhibitions to explore different kind of wound care innovative tools and pressure ulcer infection tools. We walked around each stand. We got some designs like with horse. We just enjoyed walking around with my amazing colleagues, discussing new products and seeing how much creativity and research goes into improving patient care, really. And that is one thing I really appreciate about this country. We even picked, like I said, we picked up a few samples and educational materials, to take back to our ward, because, of course, we need to do that so that other nurses would also benefit from our experience. So once the session started, one of the lectures that really stood out to me was on diabetic foot ulcer management. Like I said, we had 3 lectures. Yeah, so the speakers shared so many practical insights about early detection, risk assessment, and the importance of multidisciplinary team.
Then you have your plus and then your tool. So you can see obviously the color difference. So we kind of recommend, just like the dressing selection guide says, that you use the higher concentrated products to debride this slough, and then later on you can start using the tool, and you can also open it up for bigger surface area into 3s as well. So when you don't need to make the wound wet and kind of get the nasty things out, but you still want some obviously greatness in it. But a lot of people are not aware that you don't have to stop using honey once you've debrided in this lab. You can basically use granulation always because it promotes granulation.
Another thing I like about nursing in this country is there is, probably not only nursing, the healthcare system, they work hand in hand. There is always this multidisciplinary care. it doesn't have to be, the decision doesn't have to be from the doctor. Of course, the doctor is the head of the team, but the doctor have to get input from other, in other multidisciplinary team members, where the nurses, the therapists, everyone involved in patient care, because the patient care is the goal. I digress. So like I said, I learned to be wound detective. Back to management of diabetic foot ulcer. I learned to be wound detective and not just manage wounds. When you see a wound, you want to ask why. How did this wound develop? What happened? Or what am I doing? Why am I doing this? Why am I providing this care? Or why am I using this material, this wound care material for this kind of wound? You want to query, you want to ask question about the wound. And I also learned about the 5 pillars of diabetic foot ulcer care, which are evidence-based local wound care, that is the local practice guideline, offloading the foot because you want to prevent further damage, and holistic management as well, by controlling their blood sugar level to optimal level, because that will go a long way. Then you want to assess the wound for infection, you want to assess the wound for perfusion or ischemia. And another key section focused on evidence-based practice. During the evidence-based practice, the speaker explained how every nursing decision should start with assessing a clinical problem, by asking the right question, by acquiring the best evidence, by appraising it, and then you now apply what you have gathered, the information you have gathered in patient care. And that is literally what evidence-based practice is all about here. So in short, the day was filled with learning, networking, and a lot of inspiration. As NIC nurses, we left with so many ideas we can bring back to our team, and it felt so rewarding to share that experience together. It was my first conference, so I loved it. I really loved it. I loved every section. There were also break time as well, where they gave us break time, we had cup of tea, they provided biscuits, they provided cakes, they provided sweets, chocolate. Yeah, they provided like quite a lot of things just to munch on. So that really, and like I said, I got a lot of goodies. I got a lot of pen, like barrels that can last me for the whole year. I'm not even lying, I'm not joking. I think I will show you at the end of this video. That is how lovely it was. Yeah. By the end of the day, I was already tired, but honestly, like I said, it was so inspiring. I was stimulated, and attending the conference reminded me just how important continuous learning is in nursing, and it's really made me even prouder to be part of the tissue viability team of my trust. Yeah. Alright guys, and that's a wrap on my first Tissue Viability Nurse conference. I had such a great time learning, I had such a great time networking, and yes, collecting a year's supply of paints. That's very important. And so I hope you enjoy this vlog. I do hope you enjoyed this vlog. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in my next video.